Hi, it's Rebecca Davis. Weird, scary, and interesting. Today's part 2, Lost Continents. Going to be talking about mythological lands. A place that exists only in imagination. A place is said to exist in fictional or religious writings of or relating to mythological or myths dealt with mythologically, lack of factual base or historical relevance, mythical or and fabulous lists. Number 1. Agartha. Agartha in Hollow Earth. Agartha is a legendary kingdom that is said to be located on the inner surface of the earth, sometimes related to the belief of a hollow earth, and is a popular subject in historians. Number 2. Atlantis. Atlantis is Plato's utopian paradise. The only primary source for Atlantis are Plato's dialogues, Tamris and Certes. All other mentions of the island are based on them. The dialogues claim to quote Solon, who visited Egypt between 590 and 580 BC. They state that he translated Egyptian records of Atlantis. Plato introduced Atlantis in Tamris and written in 360 BC, or it is related in our records how once upon a time our state stayed the course of mighty host in which started from a distant point in the Atlantic Ocean and was isolated, advancing to attack the whole of Europe and Asia to boot. For the ocean there was at that time navigable, for in front of the mouth, which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Hercules. There lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together. It was possible for travelers of that time to cross from it to other islands, and from the island to the whole of the continent over against them, which compresses the veritable ocean for all that we have here, lying with the mouth of which we speak, is inevitable, a haven having narrow entrance, but that under is a real ocean, and that land surrounding it may most rightly be called the fullest, truest sense in a continent. Now, it is in this island of Atlantis there existed a confederation of kings of great and marvelous power, in which held sway over all the islands and over many other islands also in parts of the continent. Number 3. Avalon. The lost land, or islands Island in Arthurian and Cornish and Welsh lands. Avalon is a place where Arthur was taken after he was hurt at the Battle of Camelin. So he can recover from his mortal wounds. Number 4. Buyan, an island with ability to appear and disappear in Slavic mythological, described as a mysterious island in the ocean with the ability to appear and disappear with the tide. 3 brothers, northern, western, and eastern winds, live there, and also Zore's solar goddess, who are servants or daughters of solar god Da's dog that lives on Bonren. Number 5. Candran Gallo. In the Welsh legend, an ancient sunken realm said to have occupied a trace of fertile land lying between Ramsay Island and Barshay Island in what is now Cargan Bay to the west of Wales. Number 6. Yamrin of the Pillars. Evidence to lost city and country or area mentioned in the Quran. The oldest mention of the city of Aram was founded in Abla tablets, dated from 2500 BCE to 2250 BCE. Number 7. Jobs Bong Van Vita is a legendary city on the south coast of the Baltic Sea, supposed to have been submerged in the Middle Ages. Number 8. Kitzenhan, a legendary underwater city located in Russia, populated by spiritual people. Number 9. Kumiri Kondam, a mythical lost continent with ancient Tamil civilization in the Indian Ocean, is mythical continent believed to lost with ancient Tamil civilization, supposedly located south of present-day India in the Indian Ocean. Tamri Kandam, connecting Madagascar, South India, and Australia. Number 10. Lemuria. Lemuria, a mythical lost continent in the Indian Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. Lemuria was a continent proposed in 1864 by zoologist Philip Schuyler and theorized to have sunk beneath the Indian Ocean, later appropriated by octologists, I think that's right, and supposed accounts of human origins. The theory was discredited with the discovery of plate tectonics and the continental drift in the 20th century. Number 11. Lily Hedgelill. Lily Hedgelill, Welsh legends regard the local rock formations, Conjali, the palace of Prince Helgig of Glen Origin, and said to be part of a larger drowned kingdom near Penmaen Marwyr. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Wales. Number 12. Longniece. In Arthurian literature, it is the home of Tristan. It is usually associated with the islands of Scilly and Cornwall, an area inhabited by the sea in 2500 BC. The tale parallels the Welsh and partly Breton legendary lost continents. Number 13, Mew. Mythical lost continent in the Pacific Ocean. Mew is a lost continent introduced by Augustus Lee Plongon. Hopefully I pronounced that person's name right. From 1825 to 1908, who identified as the land of Mew with Atlantis. The name was subsequently identified with a hyperbolic land of Lemuria by James Churchward, 1851 to 1936, who insisted that it was located in the Pacific Ocean before its destruction. The land of Mew is both pre-science and fantasy fiction in discussion in detail in Lost Continents 1954 to 1970 by L. Squargy D. Camp. For 14, Shangri-La, a fictitious land in Tibet. The idea of Shambhala, Shangri-La, is a fictional place in Tibet's Kunlun Mountains, described in 1933 novel Lost Horizon by English author James Hilton. Hilton portrays Shangri-La as a mystical, harmonious valley, gently guiding from landlessness enclosed and western end of Kunlun Mountains. Shangri-La has become synonymous with any earthly paradise, and partly a mythical Hamlin utopia and enduring happy land. Isolated from the world in the novel, the people who live in Shangri-La are almost immortal and living hundreds of years beyond the normal lifespan and only very slowly aging in appearance. Number 15, Corvira Dorla, also known as Seven Cities of Gold. This are suspected somewhere in America by the conquistadors. Convera was a province of ancestral Wichikacha people and located near the Great Bend of the Arkansas River in central Kansas. The extended site may be near present-day Loins, extended northwest to Salina. Number 16, El Dorado is a mythic city of gold. El Dorado is commonly associated with the legend of Gold City, a kingdom or empire primarily located somewhere in the Americas, originally El Dorado, the Golden Man, or El Dorado, the Golden King, was the term used by the Spanish in the 16th century to describe a mythical tribal chief, Zitva, or king of Muisca, the people in the indigenous people of El Chilplito. Oh, hopefully I pronounced this one right. Condai Boy Sensa of Colombia, who has an internal raid and covered himself with gold dust and submerged in Lake I'm pronouncing this right. Gurniva. Number 17. And last one. Yais, a mythical drowned city in Brittany. Similar to other Celtic lost lands. In Welsh and Cornish tradition, most versions of the legend place in the city in the Vale de, hopefully I'm pronouncing this one, Dorzinis. Hopefully you liked and enjoyed this video. So if you did, like and subscribe and comment. And have a good night. Goodbye.